Good evening from Nigeria. Olukoya Ogen is my name. I'm a professor of history at Osun State University, where I also double as the director of research and innovation management. I'm glad to offer this goodwill message to Empress Ifatokie, our mama, our mother, and the entire Yoruba people in Grenada during this year's Ifa Festival. I would have loved to be around with you physically, but bureaucracy and some other developments made it impossible. But hopefully, by next year, by the special grace of God, by the special grace of our ancestors, I'll be there with you physically. We are with you from Osun State University. We are with you spiritually on behalf of my Vice Chancellor and the staff and students of Osun State University. I will congratulate you for the successful hosting of this year Ifa Festival. Osun State University is based in Osogbo, and Osogbo happens to be the cultural capital of Yorubaland. It is about a 30 minutes drive from Ile-Ife, the spiritual center of Yorubaland. And in February, Empress Ifatokie and his beloved son Harris were here with us in Osun State for initiation, for a Google festival, and we really had a nice time together. So I want to use this opportunity to thank Mama Ifatokie, who is our mother, for all that she's doing to project Yoruba culture in the diaspora. I've done some bits of work on the Yoruba cultural influences in the diaspora. In fact, in 2002, I published a monograph titled The Yoruba in History. And in this monograph, I detailed the cultural accomplishments of the Yoruba in diaspora, in the Caribbean, in Brazil, in America, and what have you. For a very long time, Africa has suffered in the sense that the effect of the slave trade is still being felt. The slave trade affected us negatively. It weakened us demographically, it weakened us militarily, it weakened us culturally, it weakened us, economically, to the extent that it was during this period that Europeans acquired the racial arrogance, the technological superiority, as well as the economic prowess to colonize the entire African continent. And after colonization, what we were given was just mere flag independence. The economic power, the economic control, the exploitation continued as if nothing has really happened. And even this era of globalization, what has been observed is that it is not actually wealth that is being globalized, it is poverty. So Black people all over the world need to come together, because if we don't unite, we will not be able to achieve much. And this is where the diaspora comes in. The Yoruba diaspora and the Yoruba homeland must unite. There has to be opportunities of cultural reawakening, economic relationship, social relationships, the propagation of our culture. Because one thing that is very central to development, which nobody should joke with, is self-confidence. The moment you are confident in your abilities, the moment you unite, it becomes extremely difficult for you not to progress. But if there are divisions, if there's this inferiority complex about us, and we are not ready to come together, that developmental trajectory that we've been pursuing from time immemorial will be very difficult to achieve. Osun State University and the entire Yoruba is happy to welcome all our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. Yorubaland is a land of opportunities. You can come here, you can come for initiation, you can come for studying the language so that we can deepen our culture. so that we can relate better, so that there could be exchanges of ideas of how to do things, of how to unite. Yorubaland is your home. This is where your ancestors migrated from, and we're always willing to welcome you. By the special grace of God, by the power of our ancestors, I hope to be with you physically, and I will not be coming alone. A team will be coming from Osun State, and we are also toying with the idea of that anytime that our brothers and sisters from the diaspora visit us, there should be the intellectual content of why they are here, what they came here to study, not just the religious aspect, but even what about our language? What about other aspects of our culture that has nothing or little to do with religion? We are trying to see how we can arrange it at the level, at an institutional level, so that that can also be part of the takeaway when they are going back to where they are from. I want to use this opportunity to thank my very good friend, Dr. Chantal George. We've been coming together for a very long time, maybe 2008 or so. I wrote an article on the Haitian Revolution and the contribution of enslaved Yoruba people to the success of that revolution, which happens to be the most successful slave revolt in history. And she got hold of that article and contacted me. And ever since then, we've been collaborating, we've been friends at the academic level, and she was the person that introduced me to Empress Ifatokie, who has now turned out to be my mother. She is my mother in the diaspora, and anytime she's here in Nigeria, she remains my mother. My family, my home, and everybody is open to receive her, to receive anybody who is coming from her, so that at the end of the day, we'll know that it is just one big family. She remains my mother. So once again, on behalf of the entire staff, students, and the Vice Chancellor of my university, I want to congratulate you and wish you the very best during this year's Ifa Festival. Thank you.